Goes in, they're at the post. And they're off. There goes On Fleur from the inside. On Fleur out for the lead with Call on Me there in the opening strides. Lost Chord moves up toward the center of the course. And then Dinah in between horses. And Dinah now up to press the issue as well. There goes Dinah. She's 3 lanes off the rail heading to the first turn. It's got the lead by just ahead. Lost Chord goes second to her outside. They've opened up by a couple. Now 3 lengths back to Call on Me, who's content to settle back into that third position and travel neatly against the rail around the first turn. Tiffany Cross fourth up on the outside by just a half length. On Fleur fifth back toward the inside. Gap of 2 more lengths. Kairosa goes sixth, a half length. And then Island Girl is in 7th position. Just in Touch is 8th. And Twirling Daisy is last of the 9. 23.13 seconds the time for the opening quarter. Dinah and Lost Chord are side by side for the lead midpoint of the backstretch. And they are matching strides as they head for the far turn. A gap of 3.5 more lengths back to Call on Me, who travels outward from the rail in third, a half length. On Fleur, fourth back toward the inside. And then Tiffany Cross, Kairosa, Island Girl, Just in Touch next to last, and Twirling Daisy at the back. 47.92 seconds the time for the first half mile. Dinah is the leader against the rail around the far turn. Leads it by just a half length to Lost Chord. Call on Me tries to pick them up from third. Still 2 lengths off the front pair, though. On Fleur, looking toward the inside, has been there since the start. Still fourth, quarter mile to go. Kairosa has to go wide in fifth. Tiffany Cross is still far back with Island Girl as they turn for home. Here comes Call on Me to the outside. On Fleur needs room, is trapped down toward the rail, tries to find running room, tries to split horses here, coming past the 8th pole. Call on Me has the lead. Dinah, then On Fleur. Now On Fleur has an opening, but the leader is Call on Me. On Fleur is second, a length between them. Call on Me and On Fleur. Call on Me. Luis Saez to win it. On Fleur was across the line in second. Dinah was third, close for fourth.